Hi everyone. So I haven't done a video update in a while just because I've been really sick since Christmas, but Bitcoin has been making some weird waves right now, and so I just want to give you an update and show you what I'm thinking is happening and then what I think is going to happen within the next couple days or so. When we started dropping from the top here, what we're looking for is a wave A, and wave A is going to be 5 waves. So we need to find 5 waves within this wave A from here to here. Now wave A usually targets the 382 fib, but it doesn't have to. And wave A just has to be 5 full waves. So what I'm going to do is go through these waves with you and show you that actually the 5th wave of A has not been completed yet, and I think that's why we're not making any proper retraces up, just because those fib targets have not been hit. And you can see here that we had our wave 1, 2, and this is our 3rd wave down here. You can also tell a wave 3 by its low RSI. So we knew here that this was our wave 3 just because of the RSI. It didn't quite hit the fib target perfectly, but it did bounce up and make a perfect wave 4, which came up to the 382 fib. Now, sometimes when we have a really long wick like this, our wave 4 or wave 5 gets invalidated or it just gets truncated. But it did come up to the 382 and it started dropping like it's going to make a 5th wave. On my last Bitcoin update on YouTube, I said that the wave 3 of wave 5 has a fib target right here, right at this larger 382. So it's possible that we would have come down there and bounced off of there and just slowly stuck around that fib, but we bounced off of it and then we eventually broke through it. Now I'm going to go into the subwaves here and show you if we can find our 5 waves for this 5th, because this 5th wave here should be 5 waves total, and that's going to tell us when A is done. So now what we're looking for are the 5 waves within here for this 5th wave of A. And I'm on the 4 hour now, so I'm just going to zoom into the 1 hour so we can see the subwaves a little bit better. So now what we're looking for is 5 waves within here, which is very unclear right now. But I will say that this fib right here, this 38.7, this is going to be our wave 3 of wave 5. And I'm going to show you with the subwaves what I'm thinking here. Because our wave 2 is just very unclear where the wave 2 is, we're going to go to the first retrace, which is right here, and then we're going to come down for a wave 3, and then up for wave 4 and down for 5. So we're going to get these fib targets here for 3, 4, and 5. And 3 at this 1618, I just measured out wave 1 and 2, and it's giving us this wave 3 target, which has not been hit yet. So I think that we're not going to have a proper retrace for 4 until this fib is hit at 38.7. And I'm going to delete it and show you how I got that. And that's going to be the trend-based fib extension, because we're going to be making a new low. We're projecting a new low. So we're going to click the top of one, and then the bottom of one, and then the top of 2, and you can go into the settings here and then put in the coordinates so that fib is perfect. I'm not going to do that now just to save time, but yeah, you can see here that this 1618 for the 3rd wave of the 5th has not been hit yet, and I think that's what we're going to keep working on, because looks like we keep coming up to the MA and breaking down. And so I think it's possible that this MA stays resistance, which is going to be around 417 or so. And then we're going to come down and hopefully touch this fib perfectly, which is going to be our wave 3. And then we're going to come up for a wave 4. And so now if we come down here perfectly, I'm just going to click down there on that fib and then come up to our wave 2. And we can go and put those fibs in, or the coordinates in perfectly for that as well. But I'm just going to save time, and then this is going to be kind of an estimate just because we haven't hit the bottom for 3 yet. So if this hits perfectly, or after it does form the bottom, then we'll get these fibs again and it'll tell us exactly. So wave 4 after that bottom down there at 38.7 or so is going to come up to about 42.4, which is quite interesting because that is the larger 382 fib, and you can't see it on the 1 hour, but I'll zoom out and show you in a second. So it's interesting that we're going to come bounce here and then we're going to come up to this larger time frame fib at 382, which I think was 426. So it's going to be around there. It's going to test it for resistance and then probably come down again. And this 618 here at 35.3 is our larger time frame target for this wave 5, and you can see how close it comes to this 0.5 fib on the larger time frame. So I'm going to get that 618 for you down here of the subwave if this wave 3 hits perfectly and then if this wave 4 hits perfectly. So it's going to be the trend-based fib extension, and this time we're going to grab where 3 is going to go and then where 4 is going to go, which is going to be right there. And you can see here that the subwave 5 of this 5th wave lands us almost right at this next fib, at this 0.5 fib. So now we have 3 fibs that are landing us at that 0.5 fib. So I'm going to zoom out and show you what I mean by that. This 5th wave here, this is that 1618 for the wave 3, which is at 38.7 or so. And then we're going to come up and then test this 382, the one we broke out of down. We're going to come up and test it as resistance and look at all the subwaves and the larger time frame fibs that are hitting right at this 0.5 fib at 34.5. So we have a higher time frame fib coming down to 35.3 and the lower time frame fib coming in at 34.2 or so. So I think that this is going to be our target around this fib here. And then 5 waves will be complete. So that is only going to be wave A. And then we're going to come up for B and then eventually down for C. And we'll get those targets as we move through the waves. But for right now, I think, like I said, we can expect a temporary bounce at 38.7, come up and test this fib around 42.4, and then come back down and eventually hit this 0.5 fib at 34.5 or 35 or so. So that is my update for Bitcoin, guys. I think with every drop, it's just been really bearish and it hasn't been retracing properly, and I think this is why. So that is it for my Bitcoin update today, guys. Like I said, I think the reason why it hasn't been retracing properly up is because we haven't hit those fib targets yet. Okay, so that is it for my Bitcoin update today. If you like these kind of updates, please make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for future updates. And also follow me on Twitter, where I hopefully should be posting some more charts now that I'm feeling a little bit better. Okay guys, that is it. Thank you for watching. Bye.